educate everybody just a little insight on when you go out and you're looking for young men or whatever, and you've been coaching for a long time. Just give us just one of the bullet points you look for in young men to come and play ball for you.
Well, Sean, I'll tell you, it has changed a lot over
Right.
the years. Before, a lot of times it was just about statistics, you know,
Hmm.
what a guy can do on the basketball court. Um, now it's more than that. Um, Partly because I've matured as a coach, and partly because of Winston-Salem State University. I think you got to look at the whole body of work of a young man from high school, and whether they're transfer,
Hmm.
um, what they've done at other universities, what they've done at high school, and whether it's junior college or even overseas, because we do have a couple of guys from overseas. We look at their grades a lot, whether they can do the work here at Winston-Salem State University. It's way more of an academic institution than I had ever imagined. And I was on when you all were talking to Stacy about the GPAs and things like that. And coaches, they want the players in there. Look, we want to win, and sometimes a young man is not the greatest of students. Winston is really hard on that coming in,
Right.
and what they accept coming in there. If there is a young man that struggles somewhat academically, um, I have pushed sometimes and I have been denied, but then sometimes the university will trust me to have a young man under my tutelage, and under my tough love, um, and part of my staff and myself, our motivation to become a better student. We look at their background. When I go out to recruit them and I watch them in a game, I like to see a couple of things. How he reacts when he comes out of the game and they're winning by 30.
Hmm.
How he reacts when he comes out the game and they be losing by 20.
Right.
His body language on the bench, his interaction with the coach when the coach gets on him. If I can see anything after the game, if I can see, small things like when they come in on a visit, um, do they open the door for their mom or their
Also, yeah.
sister? Just
Wow.
small things like that. It can tell you a lot about a young man. Um, and then it doesn't hurt if they can play, but it's it's not always the points though.
Right.
Right.
Sean and Chris, on some level, you have to have somebody that's willing to set screens and
Right.
not be mad at it, and guys that are willing to dive on the floor, and the guys willing to be cheerleaders on the bench when they don't win the starting job.
Right.
So things
Mm.
like that have come into play later in my coaching career than at the beginning.
Wow.